All right team, welcome back to another video. Now today, we've got something that a lot of you guys have been asking for. Last year, back in March, we did a full follow along video on a goalkeeper stretching and mobility routine. It was really popular, a lot of you enjoyed it, but we had a lot of requests for a match day version, a shorter version of the stretching routine that you can use before a game. So that's what we're gonna do today. A nice, tight, hopefully about 10 minutes stretching routine that you can follow along with before you go out for your matches. It's a very similar routine, all body stretching routine, mobility routine, so hopefully it'll give you guys a little bit of value. If you enjoyed the video, please hit that like button, helps us out loads. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and maybe send this to another one of your goalkeeping mates. Hopefully it'll help them out as well. So let's jump straight into it. The first stretch, we're gonna start on our hands and knees, all fours, and we're just gonna start by pinning the shoulder blades back together. 3 or 4 times, nice and easy. We're then gonna progress into back arches. So arch your back, push your back through, 2 or 3 times. These are very similar exercises to what we did on the full body goalkeeper stretching and mobility routine, but it's just gonna be a lot quicker that you can run through before the game. Next one, arm underneath, and then reach up and stretch through. You're gonna do that twice. So once again, right arm underneath, stretch up, reach through. Swap sides, left arm underneath, stretch up, underneath again, stretch up, working all of our upper back, lower back, and now we're going into the hips. So knees together, and you're just gonna drop the hips side to side, like this, nice and easy. 10, 12, 15 times, that's all you really need. We've got a nice mix of static and active stretches on this, so you don't need to worry about warming up before this routine. This is what I do before my warm-up in the change room, before I head out for the warm-up, just to get my body in the right place before the game. Moving on to our back. Gonna lift one knee into your chest, across your chest to your shoulder, and then you're gonna bring it across your body and pin that arm down on the opposite side. Good one for getting the cracks out of your lower back. One more time, into your chest and shoulder, and then across your body like that. This is a lot quicker, as you can see, than the slow stretching routine. If you've got more time, that one might be better for you, as we do the same thing with the right leg. Okay, back up onto our knees. We're gonna go 1 foot in front, 1 leg behind, pull the hips underneath and stretch that hip flexor there. Arms together and up. You're gonna lean to one side, lean to the other side, twist, twist, and then you're gonna straighten that front leg and sit back, stretching the hamstring now. Point your toe, lift your toe, point your toe. You can even reach down if you want, and then back to the hip flexor. Next step, pull up that back leg behind, hold the quad, and then swap legs. So we're doing the front and back planes of the legs now. Right leg forward, left leg back, put the hips underneath. You should feel that in your hip flexor, top of your quad. Arms up, twist, bend, extend that front leg and stretch down through the hamstrings. Lift your toe up, just changes the angle of the stretch. Point your toe down, leg back. Next step, pull up the back leg and stretch the quad. Next one, turning round. You're gonna open the legs like this, lean forward with your hands, and just arch the hips forward and back. You can even come all the way forward and kick your legs out behind, almost like a frog. But if you want to be back here, just hold that and stretch the hips. Next up, right leg out to the side, sit back into it, stretching that groin. Don't worry if you can't get too low. As I said in the previous stretching video, everyone's got different levels of flexibility. Get to the limit where you're at. Don't push it beyond, especially on a match day. This is supposed to be well within your limits of stretching. You're not looking to increase flexibility before a game. You're looking to just get the body warm. Next one for me, and if you're slightly more flexible, turn that toe up, turn it into a hamstring stretch. And if you can, sit back down into it. Stretching right underneath the hamstring. And if you want to extend it even further, you can sit down and stretch along that leg like that. Back to the groin. Swap sides. Left leg out, stretch the groin off. All of these are quite quick stretches. You're not holding it for too long. Sit down into it, stretch the hamstring. And back out again. Next one, on your bum, legs out in front, just a sit and a reach, as far as you can, well within your limits, not pushing anything. Stretching further if you need to, as far as you want to go. Leg back, leg across, pull it in, and that's your glute. As I said, this is a faster version, quicker to use in the change room before you head out to your warm-up. This is what I do on a match day. Swap legs. If you want to stretch and take your time and really focus on each stretch and improve your flexibility, then the 30-minute follow-along stretching routine will be the one that can help you the most. Right leg out in front, bring your left leg, put your foot on your knee, bend that right leg, lift yourself up a little bit with your hands behind and just stretch that glute. If you want to stretch even further, you can bring your head down, touch your foot. But that's a great stretch to get in your glute. Change legs, left foot down, right foot on the knee, bend your knee. Use your hands to sit right into that stretch. Give it a little bit of a shake. Turning over, hands down with the feet back. Place one foot flat, heel flat on the floor, other foot behind, and just slowly bend that knee. Stretch the calf. 2 or 3 times with the bend. Change legs. Stretching that calf, keeping that Achilles moving. Now both feet, alternate steps, a bit more active. Now bring the right foot forward, outside your hand, lift your hand up and reach through. Take it back, left foot, reach through. You can always stay on a particular area if it needs a little bit more warming up. So if you want to focus on your calves, you can do that again, both sides. Reaching through. Now, hands still where you are. Dip down, stretch the shoulders out. Come through, stretch your lower back. Look over one shoulder towards your foot, the other shoulder. This one's great for that sacroiliac joint, top of your hips at the back. Stretch through, and then cat stretch, pull the back through. Add a little bit of shoulder movement in here as well, just reaching up with each hand. Getting some force through the shoulders, warming those up. Into kind of a full arm plank. You're gonna reach back, tap each ankle. Now bring your foot through, almost at a right angle. as far as you can and sit on top of it. Bit of a glute stretch again. Sit back, left foot through, sit down on it. Good. Pigeon stretch, that one's called. Now legs back, step underneath. Full hamstring stretch at the back. Just reach as far as you can. And go into some hamstring sweeps. Flat feet, toes up. I do 4 on each normally. Toes up, and then a bit of an alternate toes up and down. And that's kind of the lower body section done. Give the arms a bit of a swing. Looking at that shoulder mobility. Arms behind. Onto the single arm. Important to get that full mobility in your shoulders. Forward and back. Arms across. All the way across, see if you can get them to meet at the front and the back. Tricep stretch, just bring the arm across, pull it tight. Same on the other side. Arm behind the back, pull the elbow down. Arm across, pull down. Stretching out all that side. Last bit of stretching with the arms. Bit of time on your neck. Different angles. Neck is one that most people forget about, but is very important. Obviously, as goalkeepers, you can be moving your head very fast. You want that to be mobile and warm. Just take your time in each section. You don't want to roll your neck. Just find different angles and stretch through. A little bit of a shoulder shrug. And then that's pretty much it, nice and loose. That would be a kind of speedy stretching routine that I would use before training, before games, when I've got minimal time. Normally what I'll do on a match day, get my kit on, ready for the warm-up. I'll go through that stretching routine normally before the team talk. And then as soon as the team talk's done, I'm ready to head out on pitch for my warm-up on match day. But I hope that helps. I hope that brought you a bit of value and that can help you with your game days. If you enjoyed it, please hit that like button. Helps us out loads. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And as I said, send it on to someone else in the GK Union. Hopefully it can help them out as well. If you want a longer stretching routine, make sure you give the 30-minute follow along one a watch, and that'll help as well. But all the best. Thank you for watching. Take care, and I'll speak to you in a bit. How close to 10 minutes is it?